Welcome back. It has been a few days since I have uploaded, but I am back. School has just completely come at me this past week. So we are back though, and I want to spend this episode talking about Victor Wembanyama. I've been having, to do a lot of homework and stuff like that, but I've had those games on this TV right here and been watching Victor Wembanyama, you know, just grow and just be in shock in what he's been able to do in his rookie season, through his first half of the season so far, and hit the final push for his, you know, last last few games or so for his first season. So I want to, get into Victor Wembanyama as it pertains to where his ceiling is, because I don't even think I can even give a legit answer of where this guy's ceiling is, but I can tell you where he is going to end up. And I believe in the next 2 to 3 years that Victor Wembanyama will be the face of the NBA. When LeBron retires, I think Victor Wembanyama will be the face of the NBA in the next 2 to 3 years. And I think Victor Wembanyama will also win the MVP in the next 3 to 4 years. So I think by 2028, Victor Wembanyama will have his first NBA title and he'll be the face of the league. I don't see any other players really getting involved in being the face of the league because this kid is just different. And I think NBA prototypes are going to be, you know, after this kid. People were looking, how Steph Curry was when he broke into the league. He got Trae Young drafted as high as he did. Everyone was shooting threes. Everyone was looking for three-point shooters and ball handlers and stuff like that. I think people are now, scouts, people are going to be looking now for the 6'11" can do everything type of player, can shoot the three, can do it all, like a Victor Wembanyama, like a Chet Holmgren, like a Giannis, a Kevin Durant. That I think that is the prototype, like a Nikola Jokic too as well. I think that is going to be the prototype for the NBA in the next 10 to 15 years. So first things first, Victor Wembanyama had a 5-by-5 game against the Los Angeles Lakers. His first game against LeBron in LA. They lost 123 to 118. But for those who don't know what a 5-by-5 is, it's having at least five, points in all five categories. So points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. Victor Wembanyama did it as a rookie, and he's the youngest player to ever do it in NBA history. And he did it against LeBron. He had 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks. Right now, he leads the NBA in blocks per game averaging. He's averaging just over three blocks per game as a rookie. So this is going to get he might be able to average 5 blocks eventually in NBA season. I wouldn't be shocked if he can do that, averaging 28 points, 10 rebounds, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 blocks a game. I could see him doing that. And the most, I guess, surprising thing about Victor Wembanyama is his ability to play make. I mean, he can really play make with the ball. And I've seen just assists and dishes that he just can take into the lane and dish it out to Devin Vassell or Keldon Johnson. And he's a very underrated playmaker, and he does not get enough credit for that as part of his game. Um, I think he'll eventually get that credit as he gets further along into his NBA career, maybe next season. But that is like the most eye-popping thing for Victor Wembanyama is his basketball IQ and his ability to pass the basketball. And not a lot of players can do that or learn how to do that, especially centers. I mean, Jokic is one of them that you can say that can do that, but you can't really say Embiid can really create and dish like that, like Jokic or even Wemby can do it. And I don't see another big man being able to do it the way that Jokic can do besides Wemby. So that is the most eye-popping thing for Wemby as part of his game. And this isn't on the court, but his mentality is just is up to that LeBron, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, face of the league type of mentality when you get into the NBA at 19 years old. He says he goes to bed at 9 o'clock at night. If you're not, you can't call him or text him or do anything past 9 o'clock. He's very disciplined with what he does and how he prepares himself for NBA games. And it's refreshing to see because a lot of NBA players, a lot of young NBA players, it takes them a while to get that maturity and to be able to do sort of things and have the maturity that level that Wemby has on a losing team. And it's really impressive to see. They're one of the worst teams in the league. I think they have 11 wins. Yes, they have 11 wins on the season, but Victor Wembanyama plays the exact same way if he's up 15 or down 15. And he's producing in up 15, down 15. And if team's not that great around him, that's why they got the first pick. But if 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 he's helping them get a lot better. I mean, Devin Vassell has taken a big trajectory of averaging, 23, 24 points per game now. And without Wembanyama, I don't think he could have been able to get to that certain level. And, you know, being in his first season, he's already having that impact on his team at 19 years old, never playing college basketball, came from overseas. Um, it's really impressive to see. And I just looking at some, other Spurs greats, other big men, David Robinson and Tim Duncan in the rookie seasons. Robinson averaged 24 points per game. Wemby's at 20. Tim Duncan had 21. Assists per game. Robinson was at 2. Duncan was at 2.7. Wemby's at 3.3. Rebounds. Robinson was at 12. Duncan was at 11.9. Wemby's at 10. Blocks per game. Robinson was at 3.9, so that's higher than Wemby's. Duncan was at 2.5, and Wembenyama was at 3.3. So I mean, he's playing up to that caliber level in this first season. I mean, Popovich has done a great job. I mean, he's more probably one of, if not the most, one of the most important coaches that you can have coming into the league, especially at his skill level. Like I don't think Wembanyama even said when he got drafted to the Spurs that he didn't want to end up on any other team. He wanted to go to San Antonio. He wanted to be with Greg Popovich in that championship organization with Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, Robinson, all those guys, and learn from them. And that's a great thing to hear. That was before he even touched foot on the NBA court, and he's already saying stuff like this. So um, it's a great thing to see from Victor Wembanyama. This is why I think he's going to be the face of the league. I don't think it's going to be guys like Aluka, just because I don't know if he's going to if he's going to win as much as Wembanyama. I think Wembanyama is going to be with Jokic neck and neck of controlling that Western Conference when Curry, Durant, and LeBron are leaving, or already on their way out. I just don't see Luka being able to win as much as Wembanyama can, or being even as good as Wembanyama can. Another thing too is people have said Anthony Edwards. I got to see him do it in the playoffs. And I know Wembanyama hasn't done it in the playoffs, but I mean, just the mindset of Wembanyama, I could just tell that, he's going to be, when he gets good enough and he gets a team good enough around him, that he will be in the conversation year after year to win championships. With Jokic too. And Jokic doesn't even want to be the face of the league. Jokic just wants to do his job, play his basketball games, go back home to his family and worry about his horses. And same thing with Giannis. Giannis doesn't really want to be the face of the league. He just wants to win as many championships as he can and go home to his family and worry about his family abroad in Greece or whatever. So and Tatum, I don't think Tatum it makes sense for Tatum to be one of the faces of the league, but I think he's gonna have to win championships to do it. I think we have Tatum at this high level because he's had all this talent around him at Boston for so long. And it's a little bit of a knock for him. And he didn't have to come from the start of it and really build off and build up the franchise like Victor Wembanyama is having to do right now, or like LeBron had to do, Kobe Bryant had to do with the Lakers, Jordan with the Bulls, Magic and Bird, Celtics, Lakers back in the 80s. So I just think Victor Wembanyama has the magic traits, the it factors to be the face of the league and to be the best player in the league. And it's crazy to say this. Yes, I know he hasn't even played a full season yet. He hasn't even made the playoffs yet. He won't make the playoffs, but you can just see things. I mean, it's not hard to see when LeBron was going to be the best player in the league. It wasn't hard for people to see Jordan or Kobe to be the best players in the league. So people can see it, and people can see it really quickly. And last few things I'll say about Victor Wembanyama is what reminds me of his game is a lot like Tim Duncan with his mindset. I mean, Victor Wembanyama, like I said, he's winning or losing. He's playing the same effort. His facial expressions don't change if he's up a ton or down, or if his teammates make a bad play. And he reminds me a lot like LeBron with the cachet that he can bring and just the ability to make everyone better around him and just be able to facilitate and run the offense and defense through him, which is a great thing to see. Kevin Durant and just the sheer archetype length, ability to just pull up and shoot from three, get to the mid range, that type of situation. And Giannis early on in his career, Giannis worked his butt off to where he was, and coming from me as a Bucks fan, I saw Giannis's trajectory. I saw that he could be an MVP 2 or 3 years before he actually was the MVP. Saw that he could win the NBA Finals and be the Finals MVP 2 or 3 years before he actually did it. So, and Giannis through his first, 3 or 4 seasons, he tried every single play, and that's what Victor Wembanyama is doing. And Giannis just got better and better and better every single game and every single offseason. He just grew so much. And I just think the same way that Giannis made his jumps, I think Victor Wembanyama is going to make the same jumps. And that's why I think he's going to win a fine or an MVP in the next 3 or 4 years and be the face of the league in the next 2 to 3 years, especially being on a sort of historic franchise like the San Antonio Spurs, who have been trying to be relevant again and be better after the departure of Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors. They've been searching for that guy, to that cornerstone piece, like the Duncan, like the Robinson, and they found this guy, and he might be better than all of them when it's all said and done, like Duncan and Robinson. So love watching Victor Wembanyama. Every single time I see him, it's just in awe and in shock, and I can't wait to be like that. Continue to watch this player play to continue to watch him grow. So um, that's it for right now. We will be back sooner than we were, the past previous week. This week Lowe's not as busy, so we will be back in the next few days or so. March is almost here. I mean that means that tournament's coming around here. Final stretch of the NBA playoffs starts now, so things are starting to get exciting again.